When I started this garden 3 years ago, I went in full bore. I bought raised beds. I almost utilized my entire backyard when gardening. And now 3 years later, I'm 68 years old. I realize that I really don't know that I need that much. It's my wife and I, that's it. And as I've aged, I don't eat as much as I used to. And now I'm starting to realize that gardening really isn't about production for me. It's more about pleasure. And the older I get, the more I just want to make this a pleasant and healthy hobby. I'm not worried about stocking up for the winter and having all kinds of food stored away. It's a lot of work, and I have a lot of other interests also, so I want to enjoy gardening. I want to make it easy. I want to make it accessible for me as I age. Part of that is pots. I think pots are going to become even a bigger part of my future as I age. Why do pots make sense for a retired gardener? Well, they're so versatile. You can grow almost anything in them. They're small, they're portable, you can move them around if you have to. If you get a frost coming, you can move them indoors. You can put them in a small space. If you live in an area that you only have room for, you have a backyard patio or something like that. You don't have any available ground. If you're on the second floor of an apartment, you could have a container garden. For certain things like tender plants that in the heat of the summer, and it gets to be here sometimes 100 during the day, I can move them into the shade if I need to. For instance, I put these fresh pepper plants in not long ago, and we had a 100-degree day, and then they suffered a little bit. They got some burn and some scalding. And then just this morning, for instance, it was down to 38 degrees. That's it's quite a swing here in this part of the country, so pots make sense. The thing about it is that as you age, a big garden that you're having to till or maintain the ground can start to become a hassle. It can become harder and harder to do as you age, as you begin to have back problems, knee problems, things like that. A garden made of containers, it's one little bag of soil that you fill up the bag with, and you can make it as big or as small as you want. You can keep them away from weeds that way. You can keep them away from pests a little easier. Like I said, bring them indoors, bring them someplace where it's not so hot. Bring them in the shade when it's getting too warm. It's really versatile, and it's really, to me, senior friendly. You can grow all kinds of things in pots. You can grow, I'm growing a lot of peppers here. I like to grow peppers. They're easy, and they're ideal for pots. You can even do tomatoes in pots, just depending on what type of tomato. If you get a small dwarf variety, you can fit that in a pot. You could even do a larger variety if you get a larger pot. This depends. I would stick to, if you're doing a tomato in a pot, I would stick to a dwarf or determinate variety that doesn't get very large. I've grown a lot of lettuces in pots. I've grown Swiss chard in pots that did really well, and you really can grow just about anything in a pot. I set up this solar watering system too, which makes watering my pots easy. I don't have to go to each individual pot. I fill the container with water and only have to fill it about once a week, depending on how often I schedule the watering. Right now it's only every other day. In the heat of the summer, I'll step that up to probably every day, and just watch the container and see when it needs to be refilled. But depending on the size of the water container you get, you can really limit your how much you're hand watering. You can see here that this is my system for watering. It's got a little settings on the back that you can set on and off mode, and it's got different settings for 1 day, 2 days, set for how many hours per day. So you just click that once or twice and switch it. It's got a pump that's actually inside here, comes down to here. This is I just used an old trash bucket, and I took this piece of burlap with some hooks here to hold it on. The burlap just keeps leaves, things like that, from getting in the water. And down there's a filter and a couple sensors that let you know if the water is low, and the filter filters out any sediment. And just check on that now and then. It keeps everything clean, and it's a pretty good size container, so I only have to fill it about once a week. And these little drip go into the ground here. And you know what? I'm going to turn it on to show you how it works. I can turn it on manually by just hitting on. You can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it, but and this, it should start dripping. There. And that just drips. I just set that down at the base of the plant, and you can see that I just have it continuously hooked to each plant. And these are really easy to set up. They're just little T's that you just go from here, and you just cut them, fit them in. It helps to heat them up. I use a lighter to just heat that up so I can connect these easier, and heat the end, and it slides right on. And they kind of like shrink wrap on there, but then they just they drip out into each pot here, and I just have them hooked up all the way down through. And I also have them hooked, continued on down here into the ground here, where I've planted some daylilies for this area. To me, container gardening is all about options. The options it gives you, the freedom it gives you, the ability to make it as large or as small as you want. You can grow more vertically with pots, as I have here. I used an old set of steps that used to be in front of my RV when we had them. We would park the RV here, and I made some permanent steps out of wood here, and I just utilized those to make a little stair step type of trellis for these fabric pots. It works out great because the larger plants in the back don't shade the ones in the front, or vice versa. The ones in the front don't shade the ones in the back, and it works out really good. And I've got other pots lined up over there. I've got pots over here with herbs in them. So I have pots everywhere, and if I decide to grow something, I already have something in the ground here. My beds are full, and I decide to get another plant somewhere. That gives me the option to add a plant to my garden at any time without having to worry about finding space in the garden beds. So you can grow just about anything you want to grow in the pots. I mean, look at how nice this lettuce is growing. I've harvested from this 3 or 4 times now and had salads. The other thing about these grow bags is if you have limited space and you're done for the year, these will fold up and just fit under a sink or something once you empty them. They're fabric, so they just fold up and they're compact, and you can use them for several years before they start showing some real wear. If you haven't considered using pots for your gardening, think about it. It's not just for flowers. You can grow all kinds of things in pots. You might consider pots. They, even in a patio or a small space, you could have yourself a nice home-picked lunch of fresh veg. So, my name's Dennis. I hope you liked this video. I hope you come back. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up and check out one of my other videos. Take care. Happy gardening. Bye.